Oh my goodness. Like, what's going on?
Well, Bridge, I realized
what?
Because life is busy and we did not really announce or celebrate this, even though this kind of happened a while ago at this point. Bridge, we had a really special milestone that happened with the podcast that we did not talk about.
Was this the downloads?
Yeah.
How many, Kate?
Well, at this point it's over, but at some point we hit 10,000!
Freaking downloads are we?
Literally, the Zoom froze on you as you did that.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That's gonna be lined up.
People, you've downloaded us 10,000 times?
Oh yeah.
am so impressed. That's a lot of thousands.
Apparently, it's so many downloads that our podcast hosting site, Buzzsprout, is like, now we're done, like, kind of counting.
What?
They count like day to day, but like, I don't get to see a new total. It's at 10,000 forever, even though it's more than that.
Oh my god, so there's like no more achievements to achieve?
Well, we have to publish 150 episodes.
Oh,
and
I
then
see.
200 episodes.
Oh my god, we completed the podcast download accomplishment.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish there were more, but okay.
Yeah, why can't we unlock a new layer?
I don't know. We already paid them, Bridge. I'm not paying them any more money. Okay?
Oh, okay. We would probably have to pay
enough.
for that.
But anyway, yes.
Wow.
And we have listeners in every single continent except Antarctica.
Oh.
Except Antarctica. Yeah, Africa.
Wow.
We have some downloads. Oceania is Australia. That's cool. Learn something new every day.
Wow.
Listeners, that's all you. Thank you.
I'm also going to highlight, Kate, that out of the cities, Chicago, number one. So maybe you need to rope up your Jerseyans and get them going. Because we're throwing it down in Chicago.
Okay, excuse me. I'm pretty sure if I look at the towns in New Jersey and I added them up, it's way more than Chicago, which is one city.
That's actually true now that you do the math.
I
guess
sorry.
Philly is tri-state.
Bridge, you know where we still don't have any listeners from?
Connecticut! Cousin Ryan!
Ryan, we will get you one day!
Listen, we know you're
just
not
need peer pressure.
a tech-savvy person, and you are...
I think he is. What? You don't...
No, he, is not on any social media. He, wants
off
to
the
be...
grid.
He does
have cool running shoes that, look like feet. Sorry. Keep going.
So he should then be able to listen to his family's podcast, you know? Jeez.
Listeners, spam our cousin Ryan in Connecticut to get him to listen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello. Bridget does have Mariah Carey. Oh god, it's such a great song. Oh god, I'm sweating. Wow, welcome back, listeners. This is not the Corny Collins show. But maybe it will be in a little bit.
Maybe.
Wait, we should introduce ourselves like how they do, where they're like, I'm Boo Boo, I'm Emu. Can we do that when we get to that part?
Yes. I love it.
Okay, listeners, well, let me do the normal intro, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. Listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And this is Hairspray!
You can't stop the beat!
Oh my god, I feel like your shawl looks like Queen Latifah's dress a little bit. Because she had the arm.
I want to dress like her.
You should.
I think I should.
I think you should.
It's like half
do it right now.
half beach dress.
and like a boa, like
God, she's so
on
cool.
the thing. It was really great.
Wow.
Yes, listeners, we're doing Hairspray. This is the 2007 Hairspray because I believe this was a remake. There was another Hairspray from some time that I can't find right now.
Well, it originally like came out in like the 80s, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
I thought it was just a musical, and then this is the first movie to it, no?
No, there was another movie.
Wow.
Cause you know who played Edna in that movie? Frickin' Harvey Fierstein, who was in Independence Day. Harvey, and he was in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh my God, you look like a mother.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're great, Edna. Yeah.
Synopsis to you?
You, girl.
You can't stop.
Synopsis me.
Pleasantly plump teenager Tracy Turnblad auditions to be in Baltimore's most popular dance show, the Corny Collins Show, and lands a prime spot. Through her newfound fame, she becomes determined to help her friends and end the racial segregation that has been a staple of the show.
Wow, you can't stop the racism. Just kidding. I
did not mess that up.
That was
Did you pay attention?
It was great. Every word was a word.
Now, before we started this, I took a breath, and I feel like it helped.
It's good.
Okay.
That's what being an adult is.
All right. So I told you I never saw this. And I never really saw the musical, but I had an idea. I'm like, all right, I know it's a little plumpy girl, and I know it's about...
I hate that word, by the way, but okay.
I know it's about her being a star, and everyone's like, why are you a star? That's all I knew, okay? And so when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is about racism and discrimination, and the cast is amazing.
Stacked.
Like, let's just throw this out. John Travolta, Zac Efron, Michelle Pfeiffer, Queen Latifah, Brittany Snow, Allison Janney, Amanda Bynes, Christopher Walken, Ricky Lake, I said it, Jerry Stiller. I mean, I could keep going. Who am I missing? I'm missing an important guy. James Marsden.
Oh, James Marsden, yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. Like, every person that popped up, I was like, whoa, hi, hot tamale. So, what I understand, and I did some fun fact digging, that Nikki Blonsky, who played Tracy Turnblad, Kate, what's my famous line with actors?
People play themselves.
Okay, she did. She tried to audition for Hairspray her whole life, and all she did was like literally try to get this part because she believed she was meant for it, and she kept going to all these auditions that were more for the musicals, and then finally the movie came out, and she got like a call back for the movie, but they said she was too young or something, and so she just kept showing up, and then they fucking hired her. She was a nobody. No acting credit, no nothing. All she did was act in her freaking high school.
So this might be made up, but I think this is a real memory of, because I used to watch MTV, as we all did back in the day, and I believe that they filmed when they went to tell her she got the role, because I remember seeing it on TV, and she was working at like a Cold Stone Creamery, like fucking scooping ice cream, and they're like, you got it, you're Tracy, and she was like, whoa! And I was like, what's this on TV? What's going on?
Yo, I don't know if it was exactly a Cold Stone, but she was just like living a pretty normal life, and then like skyrocketed.
And then she got to make out with Zac Efron, girl!
And then I read...
Hell yeah!
Okay, so I was like a little on the fence with John Travolta's character, but then I read that he still stays in touch with her and sends her a Christmas card every year.
Oh my fucking...
I know!
So
and like,
beautiful.
I was like, okay, because I have some, like, I know I'm supposed to be doing a synopsis, but I'll get there, okay? But, like, I have
we'll hear it one day.
I have some feelings about, like, let's pick this, she doesn't look like a movie star, fat girl, and we are going to make her super famous, and then, like, from what I saw, she hasn't really gotten that many roles since, and I felt that reminded me of, like, The Precious Star. Remember that? Where she got, like, super famous, and then they're like, JK, you're only, like, typecasted in a movie when we decide to like make someone who's bigger be the star.
Yeah, there is a lot of irony.
So I don't know how I felt about that. And then I also felt like, I'm like, really, John Travolta? Like, why couldn't we just have like a big woman play this role? Because the irony...
But I think the role was always meant to be a cross dress.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I read that and I was like, okay. So now that I got that in my system, I feel better. Also, we have to talk about comparing somebody who is fat and is like, this is really hard for my life. And then somebody who is black and says, no, I'm basically being like segregated and treated differently. And she's like, I understand, I'm fat. I'm like, no, that's not the same
There
thing.
was some like white savior where they were like, thank God Tracy's here. I'm like, who cares? What about you guys? Like, come on. Although the ending did, I think, redeem not all of it, but they made a good choice at the end.
They did make a good choice. Okay,
yes.
I'm going to get back to the synopsis. So, Tracy, who is Nikki, who is Tracy, who plays the same thing in life and the movies.
Yes.
She is the most optimistic person in the world, and she believes that she's going to get on the Corny Collins show, which is this cool dance show. And they're pretty much set in like the 50s, 60s, like late 50s, 60s, because it seems like things are changing.
I thought it was like late 60s, but you think it was like early 60s?
Oh, maybe. Okay. I kind of got the vibe that it was like, she's like, time's changing, Mom. It's the 60s. And so I thought like, is it like just becoming the 60s? So she has to tell people that?
Maybe. Rich, I didn't do well in history. So let's just go with whatever you said, because it's probably correct.
I will tell my herstory. Well, so she tells her mom. Her mom's like, Tracy, they don't pick girls like you, Tracy. And she's like, yes, they will. And she's got a bestie, Amanda Bynes, who's Penny, who...
Pingleton!
Wow.
Bridget,
Wow.
Did you see your dog's face as Amanda Bynes dancing on the movie?
I am finally just now making that connection. That's why you call my dog Penny
Did you
Pingleton.
see her pigtails? They look like she looks like Penny.
Oh my God.
They are the same.
I've never made that connection because I've never seen the movie. I just thought you were like making something like a funny name. I was like, that's such a funny name.
This is Penny. This is Penny Pingleton.
Wow.
And I'm glad you are not Prudy Pingleton, which is Allison Janney's character who reads the Bible and calls her a devil child.
Wow.
Except when Penny murders squirrels, but you know.
Wow. We're all following that one. Okay, so
sorry.
She goes, they won't pick girls like you. And she's like, come on, Penny, they're going to pick me. And she doesn't get picked because Michelle Pfeiffer is like kind of the manager. Michelle Pfeiffer's got a daughter who's Brittany Snow, and they are evil. She is racist.
Scared.
They are like mean girls to the next level and like super racist. Like, just like, this is a lot handling them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I somehow like Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know how she does it. So
great.
They fight, and she's like, no way, I don't want anyone that looks like you. And she's like, oh, forget it. And then somehow we get to detention because I don't know. And then Tracy meets Seaweed. Now, Seaweed, he can dance.
Yeah, he can.
And him and the other people in there, they're actually on the Corny Collins show, but they're on for Kate... Do I have to say it?
I think so.
Negro Day?
It is a phrase
awful.
From the times. It's totally awful.
So there's one day, a week or something, where they put on black kids dancing, which...
Yeah.
The irony of that now. Like, can you imagine in 2023 for like, kids, listen up. There's a show where all the white people dance, and one day the black people dance, even though basically black people know how to dance and white people don't.
Rich, we don't want to announce this because if anyone from Fox News is listening, I swear to God, they're going to steal that and they're going to create that, and not in that funny way, like
Jesus
in a
Christ.
real way. So, Tucker Carlson, get out of here. Okay, sorry.
If Tucker Carlson listens to this, I cannot. Wow. The one Connecticut listener is Tucker Carlson.
God damn it.
So basically, she's like, you guys know how to move. And then he's like, you got moves too. And she's like, oh my God, I know you. You're from the show, blah, blah, blah. So then somehow she jumps back on the show. We got to circle back because I can't remember that. And she jumps back on the show. And Corny Collins is like, you're in. I love you. And she's like, fuck yeah. And then she's on. And it's so cool. And then as she's on, she's also like, hey, why did we get rid of, I have to say it again, Negro Day. I hate it. Why did we get rid of that? And then Michelle Pfeiffer's like, cuz, man, yeah, we're racist. And it's just so awful. So then she's like, well, we gotta get it back. And then there's like a lot of chaos that happens. And then somehow they get it back. And Corny Collins is like, yeah, man, I always wanted this because it's my show. And now we're all dancing. And that's what the people want. And then it ends with...
It gets resolved via song.
Hey, yeah! Wow. I feel like
so good.
I got lost in there. and I don't know if I did it justice.
Well, I would add that there is a subplot that Tracy and Link...
Oh my god, I forgot about Zac Efron!
Don't forget him, Bridget. He's a good-looking man. So, yeah, they have a little kind of like love story. And initially Link is with Amber, but then Link is like, wow, Amber really sucks. And I probably couldn't notice that beforehand, but I'm just noticing it now. And anyway, Tracy's hot and like, I want to make out with her. So he does. But he does have some moments where he's like, I don't know if I can protest with you guys. And that was every time there's a goddamn protest in a movie where it's from like back in time, it is upsetting because it's the exact fucking same all the time, even now. And I get so upset seeing it. And like even him being like, well, like that's gonna make me look bad, so I can't. And I was like, ugh, this is so annoying. But then I guess he like, I don't know, kind of redeems himself.
He apologizes. So that was
and he does bring on the little sister to dance. So that was
yes,
good.
He redeemed himself there. But I think what was good is like a oopsie doopsie. I was wrong. And you're like, yeah, you were.
And yeah, so I mean, wow.
Kate, okay. I watched this movie over the course of 2 days because I was tired, but not because the movie was bad. Okay. And I gotta say that I think they could have made a whole movie of her just getting on the show. Because when she finally got on, I like started to tear up. I was like, yeah!
Oh, she got her dream!
Well, I thought, oh my god, we still have like an hour left of the movie. Like, what's left? And then
I found out weird part that I tear up at?
Racism. Yes.
So sorry. That was important that you said that. Not to talk about me now, but okay, the weird part that I teared up in this movie, and like Bear literally gave me a look like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Was when Edna goes out and dances by herself on TV. I don't know why. I teared up. I was so proud of her. Oh, even though it's John Travolta, but still.
Oh god. If I didn't read the fun facts about John Travolta, I kind of was like, this was a little too much for me.
See, I felt like I was seeing it from a mental health perspective where I was like, Edna has undiagnosed agoraphobia and potentially body dysmorphia.
Yes.
But
eating
she's
disorder.
Overcoming her mental health and she is gaining confidence.
Yes.
And I love that.
Yes. And she looked fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, what an outfit.
Well, Bridge, we start off with Good Morning Baltimore.
Time out.
There's the flesher who lives next door. There's the bum on his barroom stool. Watch me look on my way to school. I love this song.
Okay, time out. I'm not going to know any of the songs except for the last one.
I'm so sorry.
The starting scene of her wiggling, dancing while laying down in bed sets the tone for the entire movie.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the movie kind of made fun of itself.
Yeah, it definitely does.
More than I was prepared for. Loved it. Because this song is so absurd and so silly, you have to laugh.
Rats on the street, I'll dance around my feet. I mean, what are you going to say?
I go, she dances with rats on the street? Wow. The flasher, the drunk, she runs everywhere. And I was like, why is she on top of a dumpster truck?
That guy was hella nice. I was like, I'm pretty sure if I asked any dumpster garbage man to drive me somewhere, they'd tell me to fuck off. So
he gave her the dirtiest look, and by the end, he was like smiling, waving goodbye.
They're friends. It's true.
She gets in trouble for having an inappropriate hair height, Kate, because we have to somehow work in Hairspray.
You know, I did think of when, and I don't know if this might have been around this time when the poof was becoming a thing. And not that this was referencing the poof, but I thought of it. And I was like, wow, those were times. Oh, man. Bumpets. Oh, God.
I rocked a poof.
You did? I don't remember that.
It was nowhere near the height of, like, Snooki and Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
But I rocked it in the front. And I gotta tell you, anyone listening, I know you think it looks stupid, but your face shape will look skinnier. Because you just heighten up your hair, and all of a sudden you got this, like, slim face. And
do you you remember when our mom used to bump it, even though she has short hair? And I was like, I don't think that's for bump its. She still did it.
Maureen always looks fly. You gotta give it to her.
Yeah, I could see. I wonder if when was Mom born? She was in the 60s.
Yeah,
she was like a baby. Never mind. Anyway, okay, I'm lost.
How old is our mom?
We pretty quickly find out about the Corny Collins show.
Oh yeah,
which is like immediately after school, but somehow all of the teens from school are on the program, and I don't think that's television, but okay.
So basically the show is like a bunch of children.
Yeah, it is.
Which you don't pay attention to that, but then when you're like, everyone's in high school, it's like, wait, so they sprint from high school to go to their jobs?
I think so.
On TV?
And then Corny Collins does weird eyes at them, and I was like, Corny, you better watch it! Watch out, Corny!
I gotta say, I loved him.
I mean,
James Marsden is like a perfect cast for this character. He's got the teeth. He's so good at playing like the cheese ball that also is in on the joke. And I love it.
I wonder if that was him singing. Do you think that was him singing?
Definitely. I feel like I feel like he's talented.
Very multi-talented.
He really is. Wait, when Amanda Bynes pops out, it's like, what? Okay, so I started reading about her. What? I now know Penny Pingleton.
I'm going to Photoshop your dog next to her. Okay, sorry.
I went down a rabbit hole of Amanda Bynes' like career/personal life because up until like 2010, so like this was 2007, she's just on like hit. Oh yeah, she's just killing it. Star. And then she just quits acting out of nowhere right at 2010.
Wasn't it like drug addiction?
Well, at first it was like I just hate it, and I think she like smoked a bunch of pot, and then I think it got like worse and worse, and there was like DUIs, and then she has a conservatorship that then went into place. And this March, Kate, she will find out if she is off of the conservatorship.
Oh shit!
Penny
Why
Pingleton,
Amanda.
I don't know.
We need to get Britney Spears on this case.
I think because like her parents are actually like she was like, no, I needed that because they said that she was just like she would give like millions of dollars away to strangers for like jewelry. And I think her parents were like, wait, you're gonna want some of this.
Well, she did tweet an inappropriate message to Drake in
Lots
public.
Of them.
Yeah.
I believe it was Murder My Vagina.
Yeah.
But watching her in this, she is like it's gonna sound weird, an eyeball actress. Like her facial expressions, but her eyes tell 1,000 stories. Like I'm like, did she even say any lines? Because I just felt like she just kept giving like funny, silly faces.
She says some lines and she sings at the end.
Oh my goodness. And her dancing at the end, I was like, you go.
Yeah, girl.
Michelle Pfeiffer comes in and is just hitting racism from the start, talking about nice white kids.
She does. And then she also sings her Baltimore Crabs song, which I also sing when I'm in Baltimore because I think it's so fucking funny because I'm pretty sure it's referring to her having a VD, but it's also Baltimore likes to crab, so
because she slept her way
with
to win the Miss Teen prize.
So fucking dumb.
Got an STD. She is a phenomenal cast for this because I think if you had someone that you really didn't like a villain that you're like, I think they're terrible in real life, I don't know if it would have worked. But the fact that she somehow, I still liked her even as an awful person. I was like, Michelle Pfeiffer, you know?
You're great.
You're crazy. And then Queen Latifah pops up and you're like, and you're just writing down her outfits, you're taking snapshots, you're sending it to stylists, and you're like, how do I look like her?
How do I get a beehive in my hair?
I'm sorry, but her name is what is it?
Mabel?
It's like Motormouth.
Motormouth Mabel. It's pretty awesome, honestly.
Wow. She was a trip. And I love how they're like, we have an open spot because there's a pregnant lady. I was like,
LOL. Yeah, and then they're all like, hey kids, cut school. Come on on. And Tracy's like, I'm gonna do it. And then I thought it was funny how she like told her mom about it. I was like, Tracy, usually we just like, we just don't tell our parents those things. But Tracy was trying to be honest.
And okay, think it's 2007. Okay, maybe this is when this shit got crazy. But she starts talking about, I want to be famous. That's my dream. I'm like, no, Tracy. This ends up bad.
Made on MTV was also killing it in the 2000s. So,
God. But people... Okay, hold on. We're going to back it up. When Made came on, Made was like, I want to be a superstar roller skater. I want to be a skateboarder. I want to be a race car driver. People weren't like, I want to be famous. ... And her saying this, I felt like a little twinge inside. I was like, like, where does Tracy become in like the TikTok era? Because if there's a Hairspray 2, I'm imagining Tracy with not a lot of followers on TikTok, tired, her hair is deflated.
It's deflating, yes.
She's trying to figure out a way to get back in it, and she realizes it's not about fame, Kate. It's about loving yourself.
That's beautiful, Bridge.
I feel like
make this.
I feel like we should make that.
Honestly, this show did remind me of TikTok because I was like, who the fuck would want to watch this? And I was like, wait. That's why like people like TikTok. Yes, they just sit there and watch people dancing randomly, like doing weird dance moves and then learning them.
Well, I mean, okay, let's take it a step back. First of all, this was actually based off of like a real story way back in the 60s. And I would argue this is like Soul Train. Remember Soul Train?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I can imagine people just watching the TV, like trying to do the dance moves.
That's exactly what's happening. Honestly, I would probably watch it too. Let's be real.
I was doing that with our neighbor Ashley to NSYNC songs. You know? Bye. We're like rewind. But nope.
You
put
used
your
to
hands.
make me film you guys in the basement. I don't know if you remember that, but I do.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's really okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so Tracy goes to the audition and then she gets kicked out, which is rude because somebody asks her, like, would you swim in a integrated pool or something? And she goes, totally. I'm all about integration. And then they're like, get the fuck out, Tracy. And you're like, damn, the message hurts my head.
It's awful.
And then the next day, or I think it's that same day, that's when she goes to detention because she had skipped class to go to the audition, even though all the other children skipped class, but who cares? So she goes to detention, and this is where she basically meets all the cool people, and unfortunately, they're all the black kids, but there's also no teacher in there, so I was like, wait, is this... Okay. This kind of seems cool.
Have you been to detention?
No.
Oh my god.
Have you?
Yes.
And well, you had some nun enemies.
Detention
is
nothing like what they tell you on Hairspray. Because when you go to detention, it's usually, for us, it was super early in the day. And you had to be, like, pin drop quiet. Like, if you even, like, readjusted your chair, they'd be like, shut up! And this detention, totally wildly the opposite.
There wasn't even an adult. I was like, what?
I was like, this seems like the best detention of all time. There's music playing. There's people dancing. Everyone is in a good mood. They're nice to each other. They're inclusive. They're like, come on. No one's like, don't dance with us. Wow. Yeah. I wish I ended up at that high school.
Me too. And this is where Link, because I guess he's also done with his job and now he's back at school, but he doesn't get detention. I'll let it go eventually. But anywho, he peeks in the window. He's creeping in the window, and he's like, damn, who's that fine ass lady with a dump? I'm so sorry.
And mind you, she's like smacking her booty at this point.
And she says something like totally inappropriate about like, I need to be spanked. And I was like, ew, I don't like that. But that's when he walks in.
At this point in the movie, I wrote, this is a horny movie. Like,
honestly,
it's a lot of horniness, and I'm like uncomfortable. Because it's children.
The part where they go to Queen Latifah's house and everyone's like having sexy dance time, I was like, is this an orgy we just walked in? What's going on? Hello?
It's literally Dirty Dancing for high schoolers.
Yeah.
To uppity music. What?
In the 60s. Yeah.
And then
but he's
somehow, wait, keep going, because I when she is creeping on him in the boys' bathroom is the line for me. That's the line. It's too much.
That's what she's singing. I can hear the bells. Oh, that's a great one. My head is spinning. I can hear the bells. Something's beginning. I have all these on my Spotify, by the way.
Wow.
If anyone needs a karaoke singer, it's me. Yeah, she has a whole little fantasy about, like, I love Link now because he looked at me one time and invited me to come back to something, open dance something, and I don't know. So then she goes. And at this dance thing, it's one side is all the white children. There is a rope between them.
I hate it.
Then it's the black children. I'm a little confused what's going on, but Tracy is like, hey, I'm gonna dance. And I actually thought she was gonna, because I didn't remember this part exactly, I thought she was gonna, like, go to their side, but she doesn't. She goes up to Seaweed and she's like, hey, Seaweed, let's do your dance. And he's like, no way, Tracy, it's gotta be you because you're the white savior. And you're like, Seaweed, you could just do it, but okay, fucking fine. So Tracy does his cool dance, and then Link is like, damn! And then Corny Collins is also like that, which I was like, no, Corny,
I hate
stop.
it.
Gross.
You know what I was just thinking about? This gave, like, severe Glee vibes, because every time she would sing...
I fucking hate Glee so much.
Okay, well, I was just looking up. Glee came out in 2009. This came out in 2007. But it had the, like, she's just singing and everyone's just moving on with their day, and some people pay attention to the song, some people don't.
Yeah.
I do like that. I like that format. It's fun.
I'm gonna send you, I'm pretty sure I liked it on our Twitter. Somebody was tweeting all the, like, insane, like, clips from Glee, and there's one where Lea Michele is, like, aggressively singing in the background, and some girl is just like, yeah, but Lea Michele, like, literally is, like, looking like she's gonna kill her, and, like, that's the scene, and you're like, what the fuck? Anyway.
Anyways. She does the dance. She's underage, and everyone is horny for her.
It's a lot. And then
we can't stop the horniness.
Benny Pingleton is in the running for the BFF award against Timon and Pumbaa because she immediately runs to Tracy's parents' house and she goes, look on the TV!
Oh,
and they're like, we don't want to watch this bullshit, which I'm like, I get it. But then they do the fun little, I'm Boo Boo, I'm BB, I'm Baba, and then it's like, and I'm Tracy Turnblad! You're like, yeah!
I cried. I was like, how did she turned me, that Turnblad.
And she got new hair.
The Timon and Pumbaa, as you say, award goes to Penny Pingleton.
Penny Pingleton. She's the award winner,
It is so cute watching her mom, Edna, and dad, what is his name?
Oh, I just don't know. My go-to is Walter, but I don't think that's right.
Wilbur.
Okay, close enough. Yeah.
Get so excited. And her dad they have a really beautiful relationship. Her mom is afraid of everything. Oh, we're bigger. And obviously, I think she's like crazy eating disorder issues, but she's like, they won't accept you. People don't like us because of the way we look. And Wilbur's like, hey, why did you go for it? Why not?
Yeah, it's like, who cares?
Who cares?
Just do it.
You're the future, kid. Me and your mom, we live in a 1 block radius, and you got the whole world out there. Doing a terrible impression. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful watching them get excited, because even though in theory she went against her mom didn't care. Her mom was like, what? I was wrong. And that made them great parents because they let her be herself while also allowing disagreement. That was fun.
Yeah. And I do like how then the mom, she like recruits the mom to be like, Mom, just be my manager. And the mom's like, no. And then she's like, let me sing a song to get you to be the manager. And then she fucking becomes a manager.
In Hairspray 2, with our TikTok, we go, Kris Jenner. She takes a master class of Kris Jenner.
Oh my God.
She comes back. It's amazing. Okay, Kris Jenner sees her off the street and she's like, you're the one. And she's
Kris Jenner speaking to her from a billboard like, welcome
she's
to
like,
2020.
Tracy, you gotta brand yourself, Tracy. Believe in your heart.
Make that money. Oh my God.
I'm taking 10%. Okay. So she's on. I think it's so great. And she has what's her name? Nikki Blonsky. Incredible energy. Yeah. I would argue I'm not a dancer, Kate. Although I did take hip hop dancing.
Rich, don't sell yourself short, all right? Come on. I heard all about it in Mortal Kombat.
I know I shouldn't judge, but like, I wouldn't say she's the best dancer, but her energy is amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like that JoJo
Siwa,
that one.
Yeah.
She has incredible dancing too, but there's something about her energy that makes you just want to be like, yeah, you could do it, go. And that's,
oh my God,
that's everything that she embodies. And I just kept thinking, well, where does the movie go now? Because I thought it ended.
We accomplished what we were going to accomplish.
What else is there to do?
Yeah,
but
and this is
not over.
This is when it gets. This is like a weird chain of events because Tracy, because she's on the show, the girl Amber, who is Brittany Snow, is like super jealous, super rude, making up rumors, being relationally aggressive, which is a form of bullying. Okay. And she gets her tossed into detention.
Relational aggression?
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
A relational aggression is anytime someone is trying to hurt or damage a relationship. So it's essentially mean girl behavior. So it can be, I'm going to start a rumor so people don't want to be friends with you. I'm going to tell all my friends to ignore you. So
like isolate them.
Yep.
Wow. Relational aggression. I love it. Wow. Thanks for teaching me something.
Teach the children that. But yes, that's what happens. And then so Tracy goes to detention, and then this is where Link is like, but my boner is so sad and alone, so he gets himself thrown into detention too. And then he's like, wow, cool, people dancing, whoa. And you're like, Link, don't be weird, okay? Keep it together. God.
I don't know if we're giving like Link enough credit, because Zac Efron was great in this movie.
He's amazing. This was 1 year after High School Musical.
Yes. And his little hair, like little curlicue in the front. I felt like it was an homage to Danny Zuko.
It was a little Danny Zuko. Mm-hmm. He definitely had some Elvis moves too.
I kept thinking, I was like, he's a really good part for this. I don't know why I keep forgetting about him.
Well, he was like a little bit in the background, I think. In a lot of parts. Yeah. And especially when it gets to here, where he's like, wow, these guys are great dancers. And then Seaweed is like, yeah, my mom's having a party. You guys want to come? And they're like, sure. And then, like, I don't pay attention to Zac Efron and them. I pay attention to the really awesome dancing and singing happening.
Some of the lines are so fucking awful.
Was it blacker the berry, sweeter the juice?
Oh, God. No, Tracy goes, I even hate repeating this. Wow, a colored person invited me to a party. That's so cool. I almost threw the fucking remote. I was like, what? Why can't you say, wow, you invited me to a party, how cool? We had to like fucking label it. It was so gross. And because she was nice and smiled, we went along with it. Tracy in 2023's got to do some inner work. Yeah, she's got a long way to go.
She's gonna get canceled if she doesn't get it together.
Kris Jenner could teach her. Sorry.
But we do get some good lines, I would say, from like Seaweed to her. He literally says to Link, he goes, calm down, cracker boy. Which I thought was fucking amazing.
Wait, we meet Inez. Is that how you say her name? Inez?
Oh yeah, they kept saying Inez.
Inez. So Inez, by the way, I don't know if you noticed this, and I don't know if it's because it just happened. No, it was. Nope. I literally wrote, well, now we know where Rihanna got her Super Bowl moves, because it was from Inez doing her little...
Did she do a fart? Like, air blow from her butthole?
It was like the cat. No. She did like the cat paw.
Oh, yeah, she fucking did. And she did like a bird thing at one point. I was like, that is so Usher's music video from Yeah, but fine. There was a great line. So then everybody goes to Queen Latifah's house, this is when I felt like we walked in on an orgy that we thought was like a family party, and it's definitely like an after hours party, but fine. And then Queen Latifah, and then Edna shows up because Brittany Snow called her and told her where Tracy was, whatever. So Edna shows up, and Queen Latifah goes, if we get any more white people in here, it's gonna be a suburb. And I was like, oh yes. Please keep making fun of the white people, please, because there's a lot to make fun of.
Well, and Queen Latifah did have a great reaction when Tracy goes, that is so Afro-tastic. And I literally wrote, Tracy just throws out microaggressions left and right. And Queen Latifah was, Seaweed, I don't think gave appropriate responses. It was just like, don't do that again. Queen Latifah was like, don't do that again. You know how I say that my beautiful, amazing baby child gives everybody dirty looks? She embodied Queen Latifah in this moment. She was like,
well, you know what?
Not acceptable.
You better buy her a fluffy moo right now, because now I want to see that cosplay. Give her a beehive, okay? Thank you.
Then we look at fucking John Travolta Edna, who's like, Tracy, we have to get out of here. And Queen Latifah goes, we got some food. And she's like, Tracy, we have to stay. There's food. I was like, oh my God, I cannot.
But honestly, I might also be Edna in that way, because I was like, free food. I mean, come on, girl. Come on.
Oh my God.
Can't pass up opportunity,
Well,
Bridge.
okay, and then I was mad at this. Okay, so then I get more mad at the fucking white people. So then Edna's like, I can't do it. It's so hard for me. And Queen Latifah's like, you can do it. You can fight for people like me who are born with the color of my skin just because it's hard for you to go outside because you're fat. I was like, this is white tears. I hate it. It's too much.
Well, and even the whole
being a white man, John Travolta playing it, I'm like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Well, even the whole thing, how Queen Latifah then, like, spills the beans where she's like, all right, this is actually a party, but it's a sad party now, and it's not an orgy anymore because Negro Day got canceled, and I didn't tell anyone, and you're like, Queen Latifah, what?
I felt like she should have gave a memo earlier.
Maybe should have wrote it on the invite. I don't know. Everyone's, like, boning, and now, like, you just totally killed the vibe, but literally Tracy is like, well, clearly we have to go protest, and I was like, but why does Tracy have to be the one to, like, come up with that? And then everyone's like, wow, Tracy, brilliant! And I was like,
Well, and this is what makes me nuts. Now that Tracy knows someone who's different than her and realizes they're great people, they're my friends, I want to march. It's like, how do people deal with white people? I know it's us. We're just too much. We're too much.
Well, I do give Tracy big props for this move, because she literally is then like, Link, it's time to do it.
Yes,
let's do it. And then he's like, I don't think I can. And then she literally is like, okay, we're broken up then, bye. And I was like, hell yeah, Tracy.
Loved that.
That's correct.
Honestly,
dump their ass.
Tracy,
don't stand for bullshit. Sorry. So sorry. Personal trauma
break
coming
up
out.
with him, because he can never support anybody but himself. Oh yeah. Wow. I felt like what was good about this movie, and again, I think Kris Jenner really thinks that she would be a great person for this. Okay. Tracy picks herself over everyone in this movie, but doesn't come off selfish. And I love it. It's great.
Because it comes off more like self-confidence. Where she's like, I don't need to be with you to feel good about myself. I don't need to look a certain way to want to be on TV or dance in public or whatever. Yeah, so she definitely
just
like...
meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm Tracy with my hair.
Is that a song?
I don't know. I'm just making it up.
Good Morning Baltimore. Oh. Okay. All right. So then, something.
Wow.
More stuff happens.
We forgot about the stupidest scene, which is Michelle Pfeiffer tries to seduce Christopher Walken, who doesn't know what's happening. They get into a weird fight, and then Christopher Walken and John Travolta do a love ballad. And I want to quote one of the lines in the song.
It's gonna hurt me.
This heart only beats for size 60.
Size 60? What?
She might be like in the 30s. This movie's ridiculous. 60? Her bra size was like a 54E. Get out of town. That's not how math works.
Yeah.
But I do love her dad. I do love him.
Did you know Christopher Walken has like a history of dance? Like he's like a professionally trained dancer.
No, I
know. Isn't that awesome?
He's great. I mean,
yeah.
She needed, you needed to learn where her confidence came from, because it certainly wasn't her mom. And he was like, chef's kiss. Perfect for it. He did it in such a subtle way. And the fact that he has a store selling his daughter for merchandise.
Oh my God. Wait, I love that. I was like, hell yeah, monetize the shit out of her. She's famous. That's correct. That's a Kris Jenner move right there.
I'm telling you.
He's like, I took her class. I know. I know what to do.
It shouldn't be Kris Jenner. It should be like Wilbur ends up working for Kris Jenner, learns her moves, takes it to Tracy, and
he learns how to monetize his children.
He's like, kid, it's 2024. We could do this again, kid.
Sound like Jennifer Coolidge.
I don't know. So then we're back to the march, and Tracy does the worst thing ever, which is super aggressive and violent to a police officer for no reason, and everyone else that doesn't look like her gets in trouble.
And then she runs away. And I was like, girl, you just started a fight and made all your friends have to fight, and then you ran away. It's not good. Yep, so now she's on the lam. I guess that was the whole point of that, which is dumb, but fine. And she goes to the
Allison Janney has a bunker.
Fridge.
Allison Janney.
With a gas mask.
Like, Allison Janney's like, the communists are coming to bomb us, and I have a bunker. And she's like she was an old school doomsday person.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, wow, why are you this room isn't being used. Why are you so mad? And she was mad.
She was mad. And then she kind of threatened child abuse a little, in my opinion, on Penny Pingles. I got nervous.
Tying up your kid.
And saying they're only going to eat saltines and Tang.
And calling him a devil child?
Devil child, I know. Yeah. Penny's not a devil child, Bridge.
And I don't know what Houdini magic happened, because Seaweed comes in the window, unties the knot, and somehow Tracy's in the trunk. How'd that happen?
They gave her a key, which I was like, Penny, what? You had a key the whole... Whatever. Who the fuck cares? This is also during when Link goes to Tracy's parents' house, and he's like, where's Tracy? I'm the worst. And then they're like, she's missing. Anyway, hang out with us. But instead he goes up to her room and he literally confesses his love to her picture.
It was a little much.
What's
the song?
You could just confess your love to humans.
What's the song? What is it? Sing
Without love, life
is
like a something a diamond that ain't shining without love.
Ooh, and her picture just comes to life smiling.
Yeah. I was like, she's in jail right now.
Oh, so. I know. I wrote down a line. Tracy, I'm in love with you no matter what you weigh. And I wrote barf.
Oh, God, Link. That's not going to win her back. Try again. Damn.
Guys,
all right, maybe it's a good thing you didn't sing that fucking song in front of her then.
Guys,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, Tracy comes up with the biggest
Bridge
scheme
fucking
ever.
Heist that we do
Ocean's
to get
11
into this contest.
Could never.
No, the Goofy movie can't
George
even
Clooney
compare.
Could learn.
Just
the Goofy movie.
Fucking absurd.
Wow. The reference.
I mean, she does pull a little Goofy movie where she hides
does.
in something that goes in.
Goofy was able to get into the trunk with his cool moves. Christopher Walken, dressed as Tracy, is the cherry on top to this movie.
That was
He's
really
like,
nice.
Look, it's not me. I'm just dressed like her.
I know. I was like, didn't you guys fucking see her face? It's a him. It's a him face.
He's literally
it's great.
40 years older than her. I don't know how dumb
these
you guys
cops
are.
Were very bumbly, I will say. Also, loved to death how fucking Edna, who is John Travolta, looked like Jennifer Coolidge season 2 of The White Lotus with the headscarf and the glasses, and I was like, I need those two.
These guys are trying to murder me. Buy it at our merchandise site. It's a stamp.
And they get in there, and then literally, it's so drama. It's like,
oh my God.
Who's gonna be the next teen star? Time to announce it. And then literally, Tracy, with the timing, comes out of a spaceship. I don't really know why we have a spaceship. I don't fucking care. And then they're like, all right, Amber, it's your turn. And then she's like, I'm gonna outdance you. And you're like, whoa. And then this is the and the music was fucking ready, and Corny's like, yeah, thank God someone interrupted this bullshit. Woo!
I cannot. First of all, so it's a bottle of a fake bottle of hairspray that she hides in, and the doors are locked somehow because Seaweed and the crew is inside. Christopher Walken becomes Tracy, and they're like, Tracy, get out of here! And that's why they came all out, and that's
they use it as like a battering ram.
And then that's how they get locked out. And then to go through the doors, they use the Hairspray, which is actually Tracy. And then they run all over the place and they get stuck somewhere else. Michelle Pfeiffer's like, what's happening?
She doesn't even get to see this fucking cool entrance. So sorry, Michelle, you missed it. It's really great. Tracy comes out. Tracy is dressing. This is why I thought maybe this was like the late 60s, because I felt like she was dressed in like a 70s kind of, maybe it was a 60s. I don't know anything. She had her hair straightened, which is obviously very different than the whole fucking movie. No Hairspray in that hair, I'll tell you what. And then she was wearing like a checkered dress and the high white boots.
I loved it. I loved it.
It was great.
I loved it because they did say at one point, it was like, why do we use this hairspray? For men to look good? And I was like, wow, look at her with her straightening hair, which is also probably for men. But it's a little better for your lungs, because I don't know hairspray is good for you. I want to just take a quick pause. I'm going to take a quick pause. As I watched Brittany Snow, I thought, oh my god, she's such a good mean girl.
Yeah.
I just don't think we gave her character enough, like, attention this whole movie.
I love Brittany Snow. I mean, she's obviously a great singer. We see her later, years later in Pitch Perfect. But
she's amazing.
She's a good actress.
I just think she's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Tracy. Can't stop the beat.
The beat. And then, so she's the best entrance ever. And then Link is like, thank God now I can redeem myself for being a dick, because I am a little racist, but I'm trying to quit it.
And you rhyming.
That was good, right? That was a good one. Wow. So he's like, I gotta redeem myself. Inez! Because everybody's just hanging out at the studio for this. So they
let everyone backstage.
Little Inez, get the fuck out here. And she does her Rihanna dance. But it was a little bit more moves than I think we saw at the halftime show, I think. She did not fly in the air. So, not yet.
And didn't wear a spacesuit, but here we are.
But there was a rocket in the background. Anyway, so she does that. Everyone's like, wow. And then this leads to the contest, which was like people call in and vote who they want to the next teen something hairspray person something. And then Inez wins. Even though she was on camera for 2 minutes. I thought and I don't know if anyone knew her name, and it was amazing.
I was so happy she won, but equally I'm like, come on. That was like 2 seconds. And Michelle Pfeiffer was cheating Brittany Snow. So like the math, come on.
I do feel like Corny was kind of like, I don't fucking care.
Corny?
I'm going off the
James
grid.
Martin's like, I'm doing it, baby. This 14-year-old wins.
I have to redeem this character. Please, Jesus. He just like doesn't give a fuck. And then literally all these random people come out. Then Amanda Bynes and Seaweed like confess their love on camera and they make out. Oh, and she says a not.
I hated it.
We're not gonna say it. It was so dumb.
It's terrible.
I wrote in my notes, don't fucking say that, please.
That was post 2010 Amanda Bynes and not 2007.
Yeah, that would have been a tweet. That would have been a tweet Drake or something stupid. So no thanks. But then, like I said before, Edna comes out and again she kind of looks at her husband. She looks to Wilbur and he goes, "Get out there, honey." He goes, "It's your time to shine." And I was like, "Ah, so beautiful. She's a star. She's a star."
I read John Travolta took like 4 to 5 hours every time to put on that outfit.
Wow.
It was kind of a lot, if I'm being honest. In the Hairspray 2 version, I think it shouldn't just be played by a bigger woman.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. Nothing against cross-dressing, transgender, whatever. I just think they didn't acknowledge it. That was what was weird. It's like the movie played it as if it's like a woman.
Well, the Hairspray 2 could just be, an out cross-dresser. It's like,
that's what I wish. I wish it was just like
it was like acknowledged.
I love your mother, even when she decided to be Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn, and then
Jesus.
And I just feel like
we're making a lot a lot of Kardashian references here. Something's happening. What's going on here?
I feel like I've been watching it, and I normally never do, but I'm in vacation mode, and I'm just like, fuck it, you know? I can't.
God.
Chloe deserves justice, but keep going.
Okay, Britt. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this song. I mean, this song is
So good.
It's just so fun, and it goes on for kind of a while, but it doesn't feel too long, and it's just like a celebration. And then Tracy and Link make out
Love it.
on camera.
Love it.
What a dream. Make it out with Zac Efron. We all want it if you like men, so go team.
The only thing this movie does not acknowledge, which is a little justice for Brittany Snow. She's a jerk, I get it. But she kind of was like with Link that I believe he proposed.
I don't know what was going on.
That was like
I was
a
like, is this
proposal
a
in the
Jonas
beginning.
Brothers promise ring? Like, what? What's going on, guys?
That's a perfect description.
That's what it felt like.
The only thing I thought was like, Tracy, you don't want to be the other woman. You want to at least have Link decide, like, acknowledge. Brittany Snow could be a jerk, but he can at least say, Brittany, you're not the one for me. He's sending a lot of mixed signals, and he never says anything. So to be honest, if I'm Brittany Snow, I'm pretty pissed. I get proposed to, and all of a sudden, a week later, my soon-to-be fiance's making out with some other chick.
Well, you know, I'd like to believe that then Amber went to become a famous actress named Brittany Snow. So,
and Pitch
that's
Perfect.
my Reddit theory.
Oh my god, no, and Hairspray too, she becomes like cool because like she sticks up for like
we
all
love
the Tracys,
redemption.
right?
Yes.
Oh my god, and like Mean Girls aren't cool, and so it teaches people to not do that.
She becomes a counselor and teaches the little girls about relational aggression. Yes!
Yes.
Perfect!
Wow. Well,
the last thing I wrote, this just goes back to your comment that this was secretly a horny movie. The last comment I write is, everybody's getting laid tonight.
Too much.
Oh,
it's too
wow.
much.
They're teenagers. I'm so sorry.
It's too much.
God.
I thought it was about Hairspray. It's about sex. Kate, I don't even think I have to ask the question. Watch it or don't watch it.
I'm watching it, baby. You can't stop me from watching this movie 10,000 times, or maybe only once when it's every couple of years, because it's so fun and I like the songs that are on my Spotify.
Oh, yeah. You can't stop her. I think maybe once.
Well, Bridge needs she just needs the songs on Spotify to get on my level.
I think only once. The songs are fun, but they're hard to be catchy except for the one.
The last one, yeah.
I think in other movies,
Good
like,
Morning Baltimore is a bop, though.
That's
one's
it.
fun.
Actually, I'll give you that. Good Morning Baltimore and that one. The rest is very hard to follow because it's more conversational singing than like a refrain.
It's true.
I think, though, everybody should watch it, and I think we're at that time where it's my pick.
It is your pick, Bridge.
I am so excited for this.
Oh my.
In the midst of just watching whatever the hell I want in these random TVs this place I'm in.
Oh my god.
All the Kardashians. There's these random...
Please do not recommend a Kardashian movie if that exists. Please, God help us.
That's inappropriate.
Okay.
But I started to see these random like shows and commercials come on. I was like, oh my god. Kate, I'm talking about a 1988 movie.
Okay.
88!
Ooh, we love the 80s.
How do I describe this without giving it away?
Wait, did you say you were watching random things on TV?
And then this like popped up.
Like you saw a commercial, or it made you think of it?
No, I like saw this and I was like, oh my god, we gotta watch this movie.
Okay, then I'm not gonna make
You're
my
never
guess.
I don't think you're ever gonna guess this, but let's just say directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Oh my god, is Tom Hanks in it?
He's not.
Okay.
Fantasy comedy mystery film.
Oh.
There is... Wow. Kathleen Turner. Christopher Lloyd. It is a live action and animation.
Animated! Yeah!
Say it, Kate!
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
You got it, baby!
Oh my god!
A Toontown. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I swear.
God, with oh shit, I can't even think of his goddamn name. Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. And
Bob literally
Hoskins.
it's in the name. Jesus, Katie.
Oh my god.
Wow. I remember first watching this movie, definitely not at an age appropriate time because it was in our old house, and I remember watching it in your room and being very scared of the ending with Christopher Lloyd, who is the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
scary.
Yeah. Disney brought in executive producer Steven Spielberg.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Well, that I could see that. This is such a unique movie.
I
mean,
know!
Bridge, this was the prequel to Space Jam. I would argue. I mean, Space Jam couldn't run without Roger Rabbit walking. you know? Or
Hopping?
running. It also ran.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
I'm with you. Bugs needed Roger.
Yeah, wow.
How excited are you for this pick?
I haven't watched this in so long.
I know, and I don't know if it's awful or great, but I just remember thinking when I watched this movie, I never was not in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Because it's so wacky.
I think it is genuinely a good movie. And I love a good mystery, because it is mystery a little bit. You kind of don't know
who framed
how
Roger
or what
Rabbit?
or who framed it. Yes. Oh, man. We're going to find out who framed him.
Second highest grossing film of 1988.
Wow. You know what I thought you were going to say? Because I thought you were saying, like, oh, there were so many random things popping up on this cable TV. I thought you were going to say, we're going to watch Stay Tuned. Do you remember that movie? With John Ritter.
Whoa, you just gave away a secret, because how have we not watched that? How have we not watched that?
We watched that a lot. I feel like I watched it a lot.
That movie was wild. We got to get that one in.
All right, well.
Wow.
It's not that. Woo! Good pick.
You can't stop the picks.
Roger Rabbit is coming to town, and he's gonna get a shot at it or something around.
Yeah!
Bridge, just want to say,
yes,
if we were competing in the next teen hairspray
Corny
contest,
Collins.
something Corny Collins, and we were teens, and Corny Collins was making weird eyes, and that's weird. I would be like, this is a bunch of bullshit. Bridget and I are going to go start our own show with Everyone's Welcome, and it's going to be called TikTok, and then we're going to get famous. And that's what I would do. In retrospect, that is.
Wow.
Because I love you.
Wow, I love you, Kate. Kate.
Wow. Bridge.
If Allison Janney,
oh God,
started out in 10 Things I Hate About You High School, talking about kitty cats, and then somehow started tying up children, I would tell you to get her in therapy.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna end up in Juneau, and we gotta stop her.
Oh, God. I bet get the fuck away from my niece, Penny Pingleton. She's a saint. She's a nice dog. Okay? You don't even fucking know.
She's a goddamn angel.
She's an angel face.
Yeah, but I love you, so I don't know. I don't know how to get there, but I want to tell you I love you.
Love you. Oh, and listeners, if you also love us, and if you love Penny Pingleton, which is Penny. Both Amanda Bynes and Bridget's dog, they are actually the same.
Yes.
Bridget is watching over Amanda Bynes during her conservatorship. She's a dog.
We'll keep you posted.
And if you think that dancing is super fun, and if you think that you can't stop the beat, you should write us a review.
Hey!
That was really hard to stop. Really hard to stop singing that song at that moment, but I did it.
You can't
listeners,
stop it.
We love reviews. We love written reviews.
Yeah,
you
we
can
love
review
them.
us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. And we also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com.
Oh!
On our website, you can request a movie. So there's a form you can fill out. You go on there. We'll put your request on a list. The list will be somewhere.
Be
we'll
picked at random.
And we pick at random, so don't be upset if it's not right away. But it'll happen one day. And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
They can buy us coffee, which is money. And also merchandise. If you listen to this episode, her little tidbit, these gays are trying to murder us. You can buy that.
I have that.
They didn't take it down for copyright infringement.
Not yet.
I feel like there's so many more to go, but I just need to see what y'all like. Check it out. Get it for your friends. Send it to your besties. Be Tracy.
Yes. Yeah.
Love it.
So check all that out, listeners. And we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week for Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Oh, I can't think of any quotes. I can think of the quote the villain says, but is that spoiler?
I don't know. Just don't worry about it.
When I killed your brother, I talked just like that! And then that's when I cried as a child. So I was like, that's horrific. What
Honey,
the fuck?
it's not my fault I'm drawn this way.
I'm drawn this way. It's not bad. I'm just drawn this way. That's Kathleen Turner, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my
Jessica
God.
Rabbit. We'll see y'all there. You can't stop this beat. Love you.
Can't
Bye-bye.
stop the beat. Love
Oh, you can't stop the buzz.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswho'veseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.